conversation today and yesterday, of course, is going to overwhelmingly be about the Golden State Warriors and the end of the dynasty. Now, if you've been watching me, you know that I have been telling you since Bob Myers decided to resign from the team, that immediately closed their window. The Warriors championship window with Steph, Clay, and Draymond is officially over. Listen, you don't have to take my word for it. The guy who believed in this thing from day one, who foresaw everything that this team has become, made the hard decisions, he's saying that it's over for him. If he felt like there was a viable opportunity for this team to make a 1 to 3 year run, and he could just keep this well-oiled machine going, then he likely would have stayed. But what he's telling you is that there's a $500 million cap hit that's coming due, and he doesn't want to deal with guys like Clay, who no longer need to be at the organization. Draymond has almost no offensive scoring presence. And so if the guy who drafted them doesn't believe in them at this point, then you've just got to take his word for it and see the writing on the wall. There's not much ambiguity about what's about to happen to the team now. There's no doubt that even though Clay had a hot April, but ultimately floundered in the playoff game, there's no doubt that he is going to be out of the building. It's a sad time for Warriors fans and for anybody who's been watching the sport for the last decade or so. Steph will remain, of course. Haven't seen a ton of drop off in his game. He's still just as quick and just as athletic as he's always been. Continues to always improve around the basket in his finishing. And Draymond likely still isn't going anywhere either. Draymond has his fingerprints all over that team and the way that it moves outside of Steph Curry. You've got to keep those two if you have any hope of being relevant. But I think we all know that the time has come. The final question to ask yourself, though, is Steph Curry going to be able to bring in another championship for his 5th ring with this roster and this organization? And I think the answer is emphatically no. You're a few years out from getting Giannis on the team, and I'm not sure that there's any other bigs that are going to make a quick enough impact within the window of Steph Curry's remaining years for them to win another title. Now, while the conversation about the Warriors dynasty ending is going to lead most of the shows and conversations you see nationwide, the thing that we're not talking about is the fact that the Lakers essentially have zero chance to match up with the Denver Nuggets. LeBron James, somehow, for the life of me, can't understand how this guy is still operating on the level that he is.
I don't know how to put it in words for you.
Thank you, brother.
I've seen a lot in my life, but I ain't never seen nothing like this, man.
Thank God, man. You're the best, man. You're the best. You know I'm all swishes. I'm all swishes, man.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Your shit ain't changing.
Come on!
In these do or die games, got to give him all of the credit in the world for that.
It's time to get loose now. It's time to get loose now.
He's still a bulldozer.
Yeah!
His three-point shooting has continued to grow leaps and bounds since that Mavericks and Spurs series where they dared him to shoot in the playoffs. But the problem is, for the longest time, there was hope that LeBron would be able to actually have a supporting cast around him that he wasn't fully responsible to elevate.
First play. I got ball, I got it. You low, you low. Oh!
No, no, no!
Oh! Yes, sir. 80. Goose drop. Goose. Yeah! Let's go! We built different, dog. We built different.
But now you look at the surrounding cast and the dudes who might have been your saviors on defense, with Vanderbilt being out, Hachimura essentially just completely disappearing at this point for long spurts of the game, with Anthony Davis's inconsistency, there's almost no chance that they are going to even be able to hold a cup of water to the Denver Nuggets. There are some people who still think the Nuggets are the best team in the league. I'm not one of them, but there is likely going to be a 4-game sweep. I think that needs to be more of the conversation, because the Warriors situation, you could see that coming from a mile away. Now, in terms of what's going on with the New Orleans Pelicans with Zion, it was really exciting to sit back and watch that game and think that this is really what you've been waiting for since the kid has been drafted. But this is the best it's probably going to get with Zion. 40 points in a do-or-die game is nothing to scoff at, but right on time, do you have another injury that has just ultimately plagued him and will likely continue to plague him for the rest of his career? It's really frustrating for basketball fans who really thought that this kid was going to be the second coming of a LeBron James. Now, I'm going to do a video on who the next face of the NBA is. Hopefully going to drop that today in addition to this video. But unfortunately, we know right now that the Pelicans have a relatively low shot at making it into the playoffs, and it's just another disappointing result for Zion and his career. Listen, we are wrapping up with giving Coby White his flowers. Back during free agency, I was one of the few people who had Coby White in their top available free agents, and I caught a lot of heat for putting that out there. I've always seen the potential in Coby White, always think that he's one of the more creative and athletic dudes on the floor, and he's got a relentless motor. He doesn't care about the situation surrounding him, doesn't care about the circumstances, doesn't care how much they're down, and he's a dynamic dude. So it's nice to see him on a national stage get some props and to absolutely blow up with a career high. I don't know if I should post a video of about 8 months ago when I told you this was gonna happen. This is just a victory parade for me today. And of course, I will be wrong about things plenty of times. That's just the nature of this game. But today, very happy to see Coby come out on top and do what some of us knew he always could. I'll see you next time.